Watch Your Six, the forced realignment of Boyd Stevens. In Fromville, identity is conditional. The town doesn't just need people, it needs roles. When Father Cutry died, the system didn't just kill a priest, it removed Boyd's North Star, his moral compass. When Kenny told him to watch your own six, he withdrew the backup. Boyd is being forced into a singularity, a man with no guidance and no one to cover his blind spot. Today we decode the social ecosystem of Fromville and why the town treats your grief as a structural recalibration. The town doesn't just need people, it needs roles filled. It requires a protector, a caregiver, a moral compass, a skeptic, a seeker, and a child. The population hovers between 40 and 60, a size that allows a small community to still recognize itself large enough to avoid fragmentation, yet small enough to prevent collapse. When someone passes away, the grief isn't merely emotional. It causes structural upheaval. Structure always finds a way to rebalance. When Father Cutry dies, the town loses more than just a priest. It loses its moral foundation. Can you imagine Luce's terrible priest? It hurt. This absence pulls Boyd inward, making him feel heavier, more burdened, and increasingly isolated. It's not destiny at play, it's the community's need for someone to shoulder the weight of belief. Boyd loses his guiding star. Kenny keeps reminding him, watch your six. In a town where identity is constantly shifting, even directions start to feel intentional. A North Star is fixed. It doesn't move. Sailors don't chase it, they orient themselves by it. When Boyd loses Cutry, he doesn't just lose a friend, he loses his sense of direction. Without that guiding star, every decision feels improvised, and every moral choice seems to drift. Watch Your Six refers to your blind spot, that area you can't see. It's what your partner covers while you face forward. When Kenny places his badge, it's more than just an act of anger, he's withdrawing his support. He's bluntly stating any room on Colony House. Are they still doing orgy, though? Yes, I'm moving right away. North signifies guidance, 6 represents protection. Lose your north and you drift. Lose your 6 and you're exposed. Boyd loses both, so he all in on S3 final. First, he loses Cutry, the star that kept him morally oriented. Then, he loses Kenny, the deputy who covered his blind spot. What happened if he loses Ellis and Fatima? Removing Boyd's North Star isn't a tragedy for tragedy's sake. It's a forced realignment. Strip away the external compass and the backup and see if he can find his own way. Both are about orientation. It sharpens the point when you remember that 6 is something you can't see on your own. You need someone else to watch your back. When Kenny tells Boyd to watch his own 6, it feels almost cruel. It's asking someone to do the impossible, protect your own blind spot. In a healthy structure, roles are shared. In Fromville, roles are stripped away until you either adapt or break. Boyd drifts morally without Cutry. Boyd stands alone tactically without Kenny. He's forced into singularity. Kenny's stepping back isn't just emotional fallout, it's a redistribution of vulnerability. Boyd must now turn inward, becoming both his own compass and his own rear guard. that's almost an impossible task. We're witnessing isn't just grief, it's forced realignment through subtraction. Remove guidance, remove support, and see if the remaining structure holds. The real tension lies in whether a man without a guiding star and without a backup can still stand tall, or if he's already been turned, just hasn't realized it yet. There's no going back, Boyd. Think about it. When Tianchen passes away, Kenny transitions from being just a son. He toughens up, grief matures him. The maternal role doesn't remain vacant, it transforms and redistributes. When Tom is gone, the bar doesn't disappear. Jade steps into that role almost instinctively. The function persists, even if the face changes. Fromville operates like a self-correcting ecosystem. Stability is bought with trauma. Loss ignites the need for reorientation. This is the flip. It's not a moral fall or corruption, it's reorientation. When Abby dies, Boyd doesn't morph into someone else. Instead, he becomes a man turned 90 degrees, then another 90. The protector becomes a carrier. The anchor becomes a vector. The shape remains, but the direction shifts. When Nathan dies, Sarah doesn't turn into a villain. She's repositioned. The sister becomes an instrument. The core identity persists, but its role is reassigned. It doesn't care about your morality, it cares about your utility. If you can endure the shift in your role without breaking and have enough social connections to absorb the strain, then become integrated. You're part of the town's framework, bent but intact, but not everyone can adapt. Some individuals are structurally rigid, isolated and asymmetric. When pressure hits them, they don't flip. They fracture. Randall never integrates because he never connects. He resists categorization, shunning reliance on others. There's no network to share the burden. His reality buckles instead. Reggie crumbles under grief because he lacks a broader support system. A fracture isn't just a personal weakness, it's a failure of integration. Without relational anchors, trauma has nowhere to go. This is the unsettling beauty of it. The town doesn't need to actively hunt you, it simply applies pressure. If you can adapt, you stay. If you can't, you destabilize, and the system corrects itself. Broken people won't survive on this place. Victor survives not by flipping or breaking, but by freezing. Ethan does something that most adults don't. He doesn't ask, "Why is this happening?" He asks, "What is my part in this?" Adults often seek causality. In Fromville, causality breeds despair. There's no satisfying answer. The question only adds to the pressure. A system that thrives on disorientation struggles against someone who self-orients. The horror of Fromville isn't that monsters lurk in the night. It's that identity is conditional. You're not here as a whole person. You're here as a function in a fragile balance. When someone dies, the town doesn't just mourn, it recalibrates. It's whether you'll endure being reshaped into something the system can use.